If your plan relies on secrecy, it's already broken. The first subpoena makes secrecy disappear. Think about it this way. If you think because people can't easily see your assets, somehow they're just going to not sue you, that is just false. People will sue you when they think they have a claim against you, and they even think that you might have assets. If they can't find them, that does not stop the lawsuit. That's the first big myth of secrecy, is that somehow if they can't find the asset, they're not going to sue you. No, they sue first. They look for the assets second. The second thing is that once you get into a courtroom, all secrecy is out the window, because you're going to have to disclose to the court things that you may not have had to disclose in public. So, for example, if you have a Wyoming LLC and you think, oh, no one can see it because it's secret, the reality is that when you have a subpoena or you have a deposition and they ask you a question, do you own a Wyoming LLC? The answer is yes. And let me see the documents. Here they are. So secrecy is just not a true asset protection structure. What works far better than secrecy is an actual asset protection structure that you can proudly show and say, yeah, here's the assets. They are in this LLC held by this holding company, in turn held by this bridge trust. And you can see them, but you can't reach them. That's asset protection, because not only does it make the judge feel like you are being transparent and honest, it is a clear legal framework that the other side understands that they're going to have a difficult time penetrating. So secrecy does the opposite. If you're trying to hide everything and you're trying to avoid court questions and not being truthful in depositions, you are going to create a terrible optics situation for you, meaning you just look guilty. And if you look guilty, the judge is much more likely to rule against you on all sorts of minor rulings that could have a big impact on the final outcome of the case. So in my book, secrecy is actually a negative. It actually gives you a greater chance of being ruled against than having a clean, clear, transparent asset protection plan based around a bridge trust that you can show without having to hide. Bridge trust works not because it's secret, but because it is an effective asset protection tool that ultimately is going to remove the discretion from a U.S. court altogether. The payoff is that you can sleep peacefully, knowing that you can answer questions under oath honestly, that you don't have to lie for your plan to work, that you don't have to hide for your plan to work, that your plan works because it was built on a solid foundation with a solid legal statutory framework behind it. You funded it properly and timely, and if you have to use it, it's going to be there.